Morning. It's showtime. Today I make a fool of myself, probably. Back in the 90s, I used to do this kind of stuff. I had gotten the itch to do animated GIFs. And occasionally people liked them. And that's it. Anyway, I had a little website called L&D Cartoon Animation, which so I did a bunch of animated GIFs there, and I did a lot of them. I did a bunch of them for like care2.com. So probably my favorite of all of them, and I wasn't superb at it. I remember a lot better people at it than me. What was it? 747 Green Eyes actually won an animated GIF art guild award for this. And so I did all in Photoshop. I don't even know if you can see it in the probably video card I've got because everything's so choppy, but we'll see whether or not you can actually see it. I'm looking at a monitor. No, it doesn't really show you what it does. I guess you went over to, yeah, it doesn't show you. How useless. Oh well. Oh, I don't care about this, man. Just go backwards. Okay. So, anyway. So what I'm doing today is probably a foolish thing, but I should probably do it offline, and maybe I will. This is Blue Boy Brown, Adventures of the Family. And what I'm going to try to do is to start an animated opening to a Kickstarter campaign. So we'll see whether or not that happens. But, if I get too frustrated, I'll just go back and just do comics. I don't know. Anyway, so I set up this. Dadgummit. It's not loading. That's what I set up this screen here with the timeline. You can do that in Photoshop. You couldn't do it back when I was doing it in the late 90s. Everything was done with a third party, and I got middling results. The problem is I kept getting jaggies. And when you work at 72 dots per inch, which is how GIFs are, you get jaggies. Well, when you work like this, you don't get jaggies. Let's say this is at what size is this? Oh, it's at 33%. Go up to 100%. You don't get jaggies. It's nice. So I'm gonna do this in 300 dots per inch. I don't care if you like it or not, because that way I don't get jaggies. There. And I'll get rid of that. And what I'm going to do, I'll show you what I'm going to do. I have I'll import this from my scanner. There it is. Took me a while to figure out how to successfully use this scanner all the time. Everything has quirks. You have to load, turn on the scanner before you load any software. The way the driver is up. Okay, so one of the early pages of my comic has a picture of the twins, Ida Mae and Hixie, who actually have some aunts named Ida Mae and Hixie. I have on two sides of the family. I have an Ida Mae at least, which is really quite wild. But here I am going to take this. I'm going to try to turn this into an animation. Being ambitious for a guy who hasn't done it in 20 years. The last time I did animations, I think I did it for a joke site, whose name I forgot. Anyway, I was doing it with Flash. And this is Flash on. This is Flash on. I think I was on a 486. I just don't remember. I'm gonna do these JPEGs because they're a lot easier. They're a lot smaller. I want to get a huge size, and then do it in black and white. I don't have to. This until I start. I'm going to have to transpose these anyway. This is not going to be the final thing. So let's see what happens. See how it fits the old. It'll come up as a separate document, I'm sure. Yeah, there it is. So this is what I have. I have to break all this apart. Make all this here as layers. Find some way of putting them on here. Simplify them. This will be fairly static. I'm not going to do anything that. I'm just going to have these guys walk up here, which is going to be a pain in the tail, I'm sure. Let's see if I copy this sucker over here. But not it'll fit. That'll be way too big. No, it's actually just about right. Let's That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, it doesn't show you anything outside. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. Oh, I see. Well, if I do this, hit the shift key, I should be able to put this on here. Yeah. Now those blue lines, those are the safe zones in video. So I can't see what the big deal is. I'm not showing this on the television screen. It's not my deal. I'm not interested in television. So I'm not going to pay too much attention to these guides. There. So That's on which layer is that sucker on? Layer is on layer 1. Yeah, behind, below it is. Below it is white. And I have to use my ray cells to do a cool roll on this and figure out how I can do this. I've done this before. It's not like I've never been to this rodeo. I just haven't been on a horse in a long time. I just have to refigure out these things. And I have a captive audience here too. So let's see what happens. First, I'm going to, well, first I'm going to use my lasso tool. I'm going to well, when I do this, it's all in let's do it in grayscale. I'm not going to merge layers. I just want to get rid of, I don't have it. I just wanted to make this a little darker. But in the final analysis, this is all going to be there. Like that. Okay. Now, what I have to do is I gotta separate these into layers so that all these guys animate independently. And I used to do this. It wasn't that difficult. It's just a matter of getting them to walk. You know, just get them to walk. So here I have layer 1. Should bring this up a bit. Yeah, so I got these, and then show this at about 45%. Nope. Show it at yeah. Show it 45%. Just bring this down. So I'm not going to do anything with it right now. Timeline's not that important right now. And maybe I should also make these less opaque. Less opaque, so I can draw over them. Yep. Because all those, what'd you do? Okay. Oh, I went down to 0. That's brilliant. Okay, back up to 49. So let's lock this. This is going to drive me nuts. And then, okay, layer 2. Okay. The scan. That's what it says. Scan. Well, why is it not giving me my? Ah, God. Scan. Yeah. And then layer 2 is Oh, how about the railing? First, I gotta separate the railing. So I need to. Let me see. This has to be black. What's going to happen? This is. Well, let me just look. This is page 4. Page 4. Okay, let me see. Have anything that even relates. Page 4. And so. Okay. How about, did I say here's artboard? I didn't see artboard. About this. Page 4. Okay. Okay. This is what I'm going after. There. That's what it looks like in the comic. So what you'll notice is that there's tenebrism here. I'm using theatrical lighting, so I got to get that into this also. Yeah, that'll be fun. So let's see how I can do that. I'll just get that down there and go back to. So now let's just draw. Sometimes when you know what you're doing, just draw. And it's not going. Do we have it? It's okay. It's normal. Come on, guys. Let's be drawing. What can I draw? Now let me save this sucker. When I save it, sometimes something happens. I'll just put this as Kickstarter. And it's going to be in scans. Just put it up in scans. I know what that is. Start it as a Photoshop. Yeah, it's got to be in Photoshop because I'm going to do certain things with it as a Photoshop file. So now maybe it'll work. It'll allow me to actually have something like this. Well, I think or is it still saving? Don't tell me. Yeah, drawing it. Huh. How about we just yeah, now it works. You have two screens sometimes. Something comes up on one screen, you don't see it. So I'm going to do this as a separate. instead of getting rid of the whole thing, just do this. Okay. Now, do the steps. Yeah, that's stupid. Why don't I just do this? See if this works. Well, I know what I'm doing. Okay. Yeah, Bill. Good black. That's not what I wanted. That just didn't work at all. Oh, then I'll just do it using my lasso tool. A lot better than using that stupid thing. Which I've never gotten used to. Never got used to that stupid thing. I'm just not a vector kind of guy. That's just not me. Now I can fill it with black. Yeah. There. And some of this over here is needs some accentuation. Okay. So now we create another layer, and this will be the funny horse and buggy. Those done. And let me do a little experimenting. Oh, stop that. I need you for a while. Let's yeah, let's do this in another color so it's easy to see because I need to remind myself what can be seen. Back to that. Okay, yeah. When you make it, that's what I wanted. Just wanted to remind myself that when you put it below it, you're putting it under it. Okay, now I have so now I have to go back to that, and I gotta have a much smaller tool. I'm gonna have to figure out something here. Yeah, why don't I just get rid of the scanner? Yeah, forget about you for a second. Why don't I do this? Get back up here and just I'm gonna just there. I'm just gonna grab this guy. There. See the dang thing. I'm getting rid of all that white around there. There's nothing I can do about that. That's not that big a deal. I gotta clean up this drawing. It's okay for comics to look at this. Sketchy, especially when I was in my first pages back from the hinterlands of not doing comics for 40 years or so. I was still working out how I was going to do this thing. There. Copy this thing. And then paste in place, which means we got another layer. There. Starting to get there. Now, before I do anything, I have to work on this guy. What happened there? Yeah. I'm going to clean this up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. Remove all that. Then I'm going to clean this sucker up. Okay, so it's a little too. I'm going to make an experiment here. Since nobody cares what I do. Export image as. Let's see how to export the image as. You see, I haven't practiced on this. I've been doing so many things. I teach a college class, blah, 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 blah. That I don't have time to. This is my thinking cap is on right now. It's ping, not want to ping. Just do this as an animated GIF. Just to see what I get. All right, how about what 1280 by 720, which is what I wanted. And then let's just see whether or not it exports everything. It's going to do it. Oh, God, it'd be nice. Something went wrong. Let's do it like this. Export as render video. Okay. How about render video? What I'm wanting to see is this stuff outside the blue lines gets generated. If it doesn't, I'm up to great. By the way, today's only an hour and 20 minutes long, so the real stuff's going to happen tomorrow, probably. Okay, initializing video export. Let's see what happens. Still on screen. Let's choose the bandwidth. Okay, then we'll put it up, see what happens. I don't even know where the thing exported. Huh. It's taking its own good time. Oh well, we'll get very little done today, I guess. Don't dark color, bright one, kid, selling this boy near you. Mother, lovely boy, anyway, now where am I putting this? Let's just put this on the. Where am I putting it? Oh, select folder. Okay, select the folder. That'll be pretty cool. Okay. How about we just put it on the desktop so I don't have to go looking for it? Okay. Now I'm going to render the damn thing. Sheesh. I'm going to paint it too. Now let's see what's there. I'm getting my trusty rotary phone. It's doing it again. It's exporting the video. Looks like it may take hours. How would it take hours? It's only 2 frames. It's not even, come on, hardly anything. Look at this. And just the thing just started to move. What do you do? I'm going to do a lot of experimentation. I'm going to give myself a week to do this. And then I'm going to just do it on my own. I won't bother people about it because I got to get back on 2 weeks ahead. Who is wanted? The funny about that, something about like a cowboy cleaning backyards. I see the door. What happened for that? What kind is coming that? Okay, I can't stop to think. She won't see me. This can stop this work. What are you, Laura? Are you writing in another language in like a Tagalog, and then you're translating it into English? Because that's what I think you're doing. You're using Google to translate, and then you're and Google's not very good at it. Google does some things pretty nice, but probably they're, I've translated English into Spanish, and then I asked my wife, says, what do you like? What do you think about this? She just laughs her head off. You gringos, boy. That's what she says to me. Come on, export the video. Export the video. Export the video. Don't dark color bright. One of the kids really around. I like this boy. Your mother. There's no mother here. These are his sisters. This shouldn't be too difficult. I did a walking animation challenge back in like 2001, 2002, maybe, for my animation class, and I didn't have any big problems with it. It's just a matter of getting used to this. I'm not gonna do the kind of tweening that you can do in vector. I'm not going to do that. I could, but all I did in that walking animation challenge was I did a walking animated loop and just did it over and over and over again, and had it walk across the screen and had it say, "Okay, everybody do this." It's real simple stuff. Just stuff the poses I showed them were straight out of Preston Blair's cartoon animation, which is really good for if you're teaching this kind of stuff. Show them how you have to be natural poses and all that. So let's see whether or not this dang thing will ever export. It should. Well, maybe it's because it's so big. It's 1280 by 720, which is not huge. That's basically high def. But I want it to be a decent enough size that I can. I don't get the jaggies. I don't get the kind of artifacts I used to get when I was doing this stuff in Photoshop and exporting it to some third-party thing that drive me nuts. Huh. So now it says that what I should do before I start all these things is to okay, it's working on YouTube. It's just having problems on Facebook, I guess. Good old Facebook. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, it looks like Facebook's having problems with that. But couldn't play video. Something went wrong. You can exit the video, try it again. Okay, I'm exiting. I'm trying it again. Joints. Working on YouTube. Why has YouTube got better stuff going for it than YouTube? It's hot today. be so bad here. Feels like it's 110 degrees, even though it's not. So my air conditioner is really cranking to get all the humidity out of the air. I appreciate it. Well, getting almost there. I'll be able to see whether or not those blue lines signify something I don't want. Which means I have to do all the important stuff inside my safe zone. But you gotta experiment with these things. I usually do these things by myself on my lonesome, and I won't get to do that today because it's all online. I may look like a dang fool. D. Okay, almost there. These things, don't mean a dang thing now. Let me look on my desktop, see whether it appears. Oh, there it is. Kickstarter MP4. There you are. Now let's see what it does. Usually does it on the first screen. Okay, here we go. I told you not to do that. Oh, look at there. Everything's there. Everything that I wanted is there. So I do not have to worry about it. See, it's nothing going on there. It's 5 seconds? Yes, I guess it's 5 seconds ago. So I'm going to be able to put the whole thing there. And that's what you'll see on that. Now let's see whether or not I can actually do this, because I'm on the thing. See whether or not I can actually do this kind of stuff. Okay, now. So I add this guy up here. There's my layer one. That's yeah, that's the okay. Horse buggy, and that's really the horse buggy. I put buildings. I'll just have to stitch these things together. So here's the horse and buggy. I'm going to clean him up. I don't want it to look this dorky. So, I got white beneath all this, so it doesn't matter. Now I can't. This guy a lip. You forget your hat? How did you forget your hat? It's horrible. Okay. And fill this stuff in here. So what do I do? Everything else is going to be in kind of drab colors, except for Ida Mae and Hixie and Little Brother Billy. He was a union organizer for B.F. Goodrich plant in Miami, Oklahoma. If you are anywhere in that area of the world, you know exactly what I'm talking about. As if you were a union man, a union woman, you know exactly who he is. Billy. And, he's passed away since, but my new Billy. Let's get rid of some of this. Got a simpler thing going on here. It's nice to know that this thing is going to export to an MP4, and it's going to, since I'm not doing television, I don't have to worry about the safe zones of video that you see on television. All I have to do is to redraw this guy the way I want him. Kind of my quirky style, which is very retro. And he's just going to be static. All the attention of the viewer should be on you there. Okay, I understand. Got rid of mine. Oh, Jiminy Cricket. Just got rid of, yeah, page 4. There you are. All your information, all your attention is going to be on them because they're orange. Pure color, like orange, going to take away all of the attention from over here. You're just going to see these guys walk up and go inside. And then we'll go on to Ken Burns' transitions of pages in the comic. Because I'm not going to kill myself over this. What was that? Oh, trying to erase. Trying to erase, you guys. Sometimes they want you to. There. That's what I wanted. So all this looks really stupid at first. It's always that way with me. People give up on me and say, that's stupid. And then I show them the final product and they go, oh, okay, I take it back. Now, sometimes they take it back. I got people who've been saying that about me for 50 years. By the way, if you're a Patreon patron who's been waiting for your monthly original art, I tried sending it off and it came back because there were so many people in the dadgum post office. I just put stamps on it. Said, okay, it's only 3 ounces, and it's really, they charge you a whole lot more. I was off by a couple of stamps. So they sent it back to me. So this time I'll go and try to get to a machine that'll weigh it and tell me how much it's going to do, and then I'll use my debit card to pay for it, and I won't have to worry about whether or not it actually will go through. Anyway, so it'll get there. And I did a new one for you, Doug. I I think I owed you two. So I did a third one, a little pastel-y kind of version of Blue Boy that you might like. And I know the local one I sent out to Ruben, it arrived. I guess it got past the local post office people, but the other ones didn't get past the other ones. Yeah, I got the luck. Anyway, bring this down and join all this lower layer. This layer is the railing. When it's above, it hides everything below it. So now I'm going to put the buildings here. So I'll have the buildings, the railing, and then I'll put the characters between the buildings and the railing, and they'll just go, and they'll go be hidden by the railing, and it'll be in front of the buildings. Now I just get rid of this lower scan. That's just the way it is. And if I set this up correctly, color it nicely, it'll play real smoothly. This is only going to last for maybe 10 seconds for them to come up the railings, and then it'll be over. And it'll be nice. So I'm coloring this junk in so that it matches this railing thing over here. And I'll lock all this stuff in. Make sure it doesn't move around on me. I'll fix that horse's face so it's not so graphic. It's not so many lines in it. I just want it to be pure color. And you know, these guys, let me see, view, rulers. No, well, I don't mind the rulers. Guides, horse guides. View. Extras. There, that's what I hope that got. It's bothered me. I don't need it. Okay, now I understand what I'm doing. It's all coming back to me now. And it's going to look okay. And I'm not going to get those old jaggies I used to get when I was doing stuff for care2.com. I like the kind of crude jagginess of this. They didn't. They didn't like it at all. I guess they had better computers than me. Everybody's always got better computers than me. I was probably using a 486. I didn't switch over to Mac until I started working with Apple with the digital campus curriculum. Then I went and bought myself one of those old gray Macs in a plastic case. And got rid of my 486 and everything. I never touched another Windows thing again, except when I'm working at educational institution. They decided to go Windows, which is just horrible, but I can't do anything about that. This is only going to last till about 1 hour and 20 minutes into this. So this is not going to be difficult. Now that my memory banks are now, I've found my old erased memory banks. And I understand what I'm up to now. I'm not going to have any problems with this. It's better redrawing. I did have another idea for an animation. I decided this is actually connected to the comics, so it'd be better just to use this. And I get to use my beautiful drawings of Ida Mae and Hexie. Da, da, da. Okay. Da, 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 da. So, Laura, it must be 2 o'clock in the morning in the Philippines. What are you doing out of bed? Dang. You must be an insomniac. Wonder you're not here every day, because sometime sooner or later you got to get some sleep. Well, if I was up at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm in a basket case the next day. So different than when I was young, when I'd stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning, anytime I got a chance to. Saturday night, all my buddies and I'd be tooling around, and I don't know what the heck we were doing. Nothing bad. We were a bunch of silly kids. I went to a movie or something. I don't know. And they dropped me off at my parents' house at 4 o'clock in the morning. Fortunately, if it was on a Saturday, my dad would come out saying, "What the heck are you doing up this hour?" Catch me doing it on a weeknight. But when you get to be an old man, you don't do that kind of stuff. Your metabolism has slowed down to the point where if you do not get some sleep, you will not repair quickly enough to do whatever you have to do the next day, because sleep is repairing time. Your body repairs itself from the stresses of the earlier part of the day. As you get older, it takes a lot longer to repair. Now let's take a look at, you see, made some changes. Yeah, make it a little easier to see, but not so easy to see that you choose to look at this. I'm kind of proud of this little drawing, of course. have to be. It's sort of like my German expressionist version of Black Horse. Tail down there. Behind out a little bit more and then clean that up. But that ridge right there needs to be clean. Get rid of that. I don't think that really works. It's not that functional. Okay. Now. Draw some of this wheel. Some of that smudgy stuff that is part of this can that I never got rid of. Da-da-da-da-da. See how those? Okay. Over here. This over here. see. Clean this up right here. Facebook's still having trouble. Oh, I wonder why that's happening. I just reloaded everything. Yeah, it's back. Yeah, probably just fine. Yeah, Warrior's still on Facebook, I see. Okay. Now, let's start to get cleaned up. Let's maybe think about down here. Yeah. Clean this up a bit. These little artifacts from scanning that I leave in the comic book because it doesn't bother me in the comic book. Here, I'll just might as well clean it up. Some of it. Oh, I've got 10 minutes left, and then I'm out of here. Okay. At least I'm cleaning this up. I'm gonna... Let's clean this edge up. Ugh. Oh. Let's try this. Let's layer here, fill it with stop that. Oh, or shut up. Just be it. Stop being a jerk. No, that's all I'm trying to do. There. There's some buggy right here. Get rid of this. Might be better just to use this lasso tool. Yeah. And same thing down here. Just use the lasso tool around it. Don't have to go through it and get really out of my mind. Worried about whether or not I get this and that. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Leave it right there. This will work better than too dang fussy. Okay. Here, I could probably just use the eraser tool. This slide. Like this. Oh, did I just do this? I don't know. Oh, well. Okay. Now, how much time left? Not sure I want to do that. Let's see. Let's do it here. got about 3 minutes and then I'm out of here. Right here. Last one, yes, my last one. So, in there, let's save that sucker. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow.